not overly religious. I do believe in a creator.
Logan Paul and religion. Interesting. Assalamu alaikum, what's going on everybody? The last time I made a video about Logan Paul, I was teaching him to speak Arabic.
What you wanted?
يا لوغان هيك بدنا اياك يا زلمة قوم اتلحلح. Okay, we did some debka too. But this time, it's much more profound. Logan Paul discussed something very interesting on his podcast. He discussed religion. And honestly, he made some pretty good points. Let's check him out.
Some sort of unimaginable thing that made us in this universe and everything around us.
First of all, this is a great point because as a Muslim, I 100% agree with this. In Islam, we do not believe that God can be imagined. We believe that God, the creator, is unlike any of his creation. So this creator is beyond any of our imaginations. This is also mentioned in the Quran, which is the Muslim scripture. The verse says, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. There is nothing like him.
Not sure I can fully wrap my head around so many people telling me different things about their God. This is where I get confused. Like who's right and who's wrong? Are Muslims wrong because they're Muslim? Are Christians wrong because they're Christian?
Here Logan says that he's confused because there's so many gods and so many religions, and when you look at it from the outside, maybe from more or less a naive perspective, that sounds true. You're like, there's billions of people in the world and hundreds of religions and thousands of gods or whatever. How do I know which one's right? And that is a valid point. It really does appear that way. But to this I say, apply your very first criteria. If God, the creator, cannot be imagined. According to the first criteria, if you cannot imagine God, then every religion that has imagined God and has an idol and has a statue and has something that represents what God looks like, then maybe they don't make the short list. And then when you start looking into it deeper and deeper, then you end up realizing that the entire list of hundreds of thousands of religions and hundreds and thousands of gods is now cut down into such a small list and leaves you kind of sort of with this one. Hello, what's up, Logan? What's going on?
Religion, faith, whatever you want to call it, has led to the deaths of too many people, has led to the trauma of too many children.
This is a very widely used argument, and it does have, it does have historical merit. There are people, practitioners of religions, who have caused a lot of damage in the name of those religions. However, when you look deeper into it and actually study those people and study what they've done, you realize it's not actually religion, and it's mainly using that religion for political gain. Here is a great clip from Smile to Jannah YouTube channel that actually elaborates this further.
Someone called Robert Pape, who's written an entire book and compiled statistics from 1980s looking at suicide attacks that have happened. And of course, you've got the likes of Karen Armstrong, who's also written a book and some studies on this as well. And they come to the conclusion that it's mostly political. And in particular, it's to do with removing the occupying forces that have come into your country. And if that's not all, you've got leaders like Obama, Trump, Hillary Clinton that have also agreed this particular point as well.
ISIL is a direct outgrowth of Al-Qaeda in Iraq that grew out of our invasion, which is an example of unintended consequence.
We have totally destabilized the Middle East. It's a disaster.
We had this brilliant idea that we were going to come to Pakistan and create a force of mujahideen, equip them with Stinger missiles and everything else to go after the Soviets inside Afghanistan.
Number two, to claim that violence is only associated and affiliated with religions, that's not very fair, yeah? Because that means you're not taking into account Stalin, yeah? Mao, Pol Pot, who were very atheistic in their way of thinking.
On to the next point.
Led to so many disagreements and confusion.
So there are disagreements. So what? Everyone has disagreements. Every field of study has disagreements. Every family has disagreements. Disagreements aren't a bad thing. It's how you resolve them. Now that's a different discussion. In the Quran, here's how we are told to resolve any disagreements or disputes with any individual with a different religion or some sort of ideology. ادعو إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن. Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and good advice. And debate with them, when there are disagreements, debate with them in a manner that is best, a most dignified manner. In other words, here is how you resolve disputes respectfully. Anyways, these are just my perspectives. I really do like the fact that on his podcast, Logan Paul is talking about these things. He's talking about religion. He's trying to go deep into understanding the world. And I really do respect that because many people try to stay away from this topic. And I do hope, inshallah, if he is sincere in actually looking for the correct religion, looking for the correct way of life, looking for a religion to follow and not just do whatever he wants and however he feels like he should be doing, then inshallah, Allah yahdi, God will guide him. And again, these were my perspective on the discussion points, but there are a lot of videos that were made by people like Muhammad Hijab and Smile to Jannah, where they actually talked about deeper topics that he mentioned and discussed them in detail. I'll have the links for those in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and share this video. Support me by subscribing to my channel. And until next time, I'm that Muslim guy. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you.